Hey guys, and welcome back to my Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So, my voice is so deep and so groggy and just so everything. I literally just hopped out of bed, hopped in the shower, I sat down and filmed this. I literally just received this baby yesterday, and I'm like, I have to do a review, I have to do some swatches, and I have to do a look. So without further ado, I'm going to get right into the video. So I got home yesterday and my boyfriend surprised me with this palette. Like, I texted him, I didn't even text him, I tagged him because Jefree started posting about this palette. I didn't even know this was a thing, when it was coming out, I didn't know anything. I just tagged him in the post and was like, I need this. And my freaking boyfriend, being who he is, listen, let me just tell you the story. Okay, so he says that he first went to Ulta. I don't know, he'd be thinking Jeffree Star is an Ulta, which technically it is, but just not around here. I think he is an Ulta and he also is a Morphe. Maybe it's Morphe that I'm thinking about. But anyway, so he goes to Ulta, he's having this conversation with this lady, and this lady's like, no, you gotta check his site. So he checks his site, and this palette is completely sold out on his site. So then the lady tells him to check Morphe, and I didn't know that Morphe even carried Jefree Star stuff. So he got this palette from Morphe because it was completely sold out on his website. So if you're like me and didn't even know that Morphe had Jefree Star stuff, because I was like so like boggled by that, like, look at Morphe, like, look at Morphe. So I'm just gonna get right into this palette because your girl is, I'm trying to create a look at this because this is so freaking gorgeous. So this is how it comes right in the out the box with this nice hard plastic Jawbreaker with all the cool I guess like Jawbreaker kind of, I don't know, like you comes right out of the box like this. You have all the paint splatter and everything on it. Looks really cool. So it comes right out the box, and you have this huge palette. Now there's one thing about Jefree Star, like, I love his packaging. He puts a lot of quality and time. You can definitely tell he puts a lot of time. I mean, well, I don't know about time, but he definitely puts a lot of quality in his packages. Like, absolutely, you always can tell by his stuff. This package is nice and hard. Like, look at this palette, it's nice and hard. Now my only thing was, I got, the only other palette I have from Jefree Star is the blood sugar one. I love how this just came in like a big thick ass box. Now I guess this is less colors, will actually link out. So it's 18 colors in here. I just love how it's like a big case. I just like how thick it is. So I was really thrown off by the fact that this came in like this tiny, it's not tiny, but it just came, it's like not Jefree Star, like it's not big, gaudy, and, you know, extra. Still is really huge, but it's just not, it's different. So in this palette there are 1, 2, 3, 4, there are 24 colors. So there's, I guess, 6 more in here. And here's another thing. So I guess to fit all the colors, it made the like actual color, they actually made the colors smaller. So like, as you can tell, versus this and the blood sugar palette, like you can definitely tell the little squares for the colors are slightly smaller. Not that big of a deal, but just, you know, less product. So now guys, let's get into some swatches. I'm not gonna do them all because your girl just really wants to get into it. So I don't really know how to do swatches. The cool thing is I actually lost my nails, so I can just do my swatches with this instead of having huge nails because I always puncture my palettes. So I'm gonna go right into, and this is so pretty, like literally reminds me of Morphe 35B colors, but it just, they're so pretty, they're so vibrant. I'm just so excited to play with them. Like, just look at those. And I haven't really been feeling Morphe products lately, like at all. So I'm really excited when this came out. I have the James Charles palette. I wasn't a big fan of those pigments at all. If you go to sit here in the comments or whatever, and if you have that palette, if you're gonna sit here and tell me those pigments and that palette are normally Morphe normal Morphe quality, I'm gonna sit here and be like, no, it's not, because that is not normal Morphe quality. That was pretty horrendous, and I'm not a big fan. Like, you can tell Morphe 35P palette, which I lost the front case and everything, it's still kicking, and the pigments in this are just absolutely astounding. And then compared to the James Charles palette, like, that's actually more expensive, it's like what happened? Like, why is the quality, like, why would the quality be less? I don't know, that bothers me. But same with Anastasia Beverly Hills. Like, these companies are really out here just trying to do the cheapest they possibly can. And it's another thing I really do appreciate and like about Jefree Star. His products, when they come out, they always seem like they're quality. Like, I haven't tried his concealers yet because of all the backlash. I definitely probably should have on that. But his products, when they come out, they're always quality. But you're also paying, you know, for quality. Like, this palette is what, $58, so you're also paying for quality. And I paid $50 something for blood sugar as well, which isn't, like, I guess, too expensive. It's slightly more expensive than getting a palette like in store, but like, as far as these pigments are looking freaking gorgeous. And I don't even really know how to do pigments. I'm just really trying to play around and figure this out. But this is on my left hand. I couldn't figure out how to show you guys on the camera, and I actually dinged it a little bit. But just look at that pigment. So if it actually shows up on my skin, that's some pretty good proof right now. I have a few of them. Look at that gold pigment. Like, look at them. They don't look chalky. They look nice and pigmented. Now, the pink one is the only one I'm not a fan of. I tried to swatch it, and that's literally how it ended up coming out. Like, what the heck is that? Like, what the heck is that? I don't know why it keeps, like, not focusing, guys. I'm having so many camera issues, and I'm gonna lie. But they're very pigmented, especially the gold pigment. Again, the pink one, I tried to swatch that one, and that's literally how that looks. So I'm not very excited to try bubblegum, but we just go try here. Just look at this palette again. Like, let me give you a nice little up close. Like, just look at this. So it has its how many shimmers it has? It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shimmers, and the rest of it is all matte colors. I do like palettes that are nice and even and balanced with shimmers and mattes. Like, I really like that, and you don't see that too often in palettes. Usually you either see shimmers or you either see mattes. About this palette, like, I really appreciate how it has 6 shimmers and the rest of them are mattes, because usually in palettes you either see a lot of shimmers or you either see a lot of mattes. Like, there's no balance. So with this palette you definitely have some balance in it, which is really cool. So I'm just very excited to try with this, and I'm really about to just get into this video, so stay tuned to see a look creating this palette. I think I kind of want to do like a sunset-y vibe. I think I'm gonna do like a cut crease kind of look. So I'm gonna be focusing my attention, because every time I look at these colors, so every time I look at licorice, suck, wow, and raspberry, it just gives me like an instant sunset vibe. So without further ado, guys, I'm just gonna create. Yeah, I'm telling you, my lighting. Look at my camera. Like, what are you doing, camera? So without further ado, I'm gonna create a nice, pretty, like, sunset-y vibe. So it's been a long time since I've actually sat down and made a makeup video, so we're gonna have to bear with me for a second. But yeah, so first things first, I'm gonna take my concealer. This is literally just some basic concealer. Where's this from? Wet n Wild. I was trying to do makeup from Five Below, so I did a whole video on that. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. I never even uploaded that. I did a whole video on that. I don't even know where it went, but it's actually a good video because I was really surprised by the quality of Five Below stuff. And I'm just gonna take a brush from my personal brush set that I will be releasing soon. And if you guys haven't already checked out my lashes, my glasses, and I'm just going to be selling lip glosses, lipsticks, accessories, all that jazz, click the link in the bio or it will appear on the screen. I'm gonna go to my Too Faced palette. I'm just gonna grab the color So Bougie. You can literally get this in any single palette. It's just like a light beigey color. It's just a perfect transition and a base. So I'm just gonna put that all up in my crease. It's really the same color as my concealer, but I just put it there just to kind of set it. So next I'm gonna take the color Suck. I'm gonna take this nice bright orange. And then I'm gonna take it on my Morphe M441 brush and literally just buff that all into my crease. So next, guys, I'm gonna grab the color Licorice, which is this red-ish color here. And I'm gonna place that slightly under the orange, so like right on my eye. And then I'm just gonna really keep packing it on and then blend it out. Keep going back and forth with the red and the orange just to really bring all the colors together and just ensure that I'm not losing any of the colors. I'm gonna take the yellow shade of the palette, which is Wow. And I'm gonna grab that on a Morphe M443 brush and literally just blend that all on top of the orange, just to really diffuse and blend out these colors. And like usual, I always usually use like a yellow in every look because it literally just blends out everything. Like, it literally just blends out everything. Like, that's the best way to explain it. I pretty much use a yellow or orange as like a top color. It just always blends it out. It just always does. It just blends everything out and it just diffuses it and it just looks really pretty. Now, I'm not a big fan of the yellow that's in the palette. I'm not a big fan of the colors Wow. I'm not a big fan of that. It's just a little bit too light for me. It could be slightly denser. So now that's all blended out on my eyelids, now I'm going to cut my crease. Concealer in a hot second. This is literally like super light for my skin, but it's perfect for cut creases. And this is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And this is in the color Tan Sand. Again, I'm taking my flat brush for my own personal set. And I'm literally about to just cut this crease. Honestly, if you wanted to, you can probably leave this look as is because it's super pretty. Super pigmented. And just all around gorgeous. Definitely say the blendability of the colors are pretty freaking crazy. Like, I had to keep reapplying the orange to keep the orange relevant because that was literally just disappearing. So, or not disappearing, but just blending like super well together with the red. Take my handy dandy little flat brush and I'm gonna take the color Good Morning. It's funny. I'm gonna take Good Morning and that is gonna be my base color for my crease. This is gonna be a nice little color. And again, it's really just to set the concealer, but usually the color ends up being like just a nice pretty base. So boom. And it's so smooth, like wow. That is so smooth. That's crazy. So now I'm gonna do the other eye and I'll be right back in with Licorice. Now it does have some fallout, which I am noticing, but it's nothing too crazy. So I'm gonna go back into the color Licorice, which is this guy here. So yeah, you probably don't even really need to go back into the color because we're just using a little bit. So you can probably keep what's already on the brush. But what I'm gonna do is just to really blend out the color, I'm just gonna slowly go back in with it. Just to blend out all the harsh lines. And just give us like a nice little gradient effect here. So I'm just gonna go back in and really just blend that to the edge. And give myself a gradient looking look here. And boom! Now for the fun part, or I guess the hard / really fun part. So, well, this isn't gonna be it first, but okay, so now for the really hard but fun part. So now I'm gonna take my NYX, well this isn't it yet, but now I'm gonna take my NYX eyeliner, and this is the Epic liner. This is so freaking pigmented. I don't know how much this is. I think it's like $10 or $11, but this pigment is ridiculous. And then I gave myself a slightly thicker line because you'll see what we're about to do. But I'm gonna go into my NYX glitter, and this is in the shade Gold, Crystal Gold. I love this. Okay, if you guys ever get some eye glitters, get NYX over Urban Decay. I have Urban Decay's and I'm not a fan. Like that thing was $20 and that thing is, oh, let me see if I can get it. Like you would think because it's like Urban Decay it'd be like good, but no, that's not. And it's like, it's annoying because when you first put out the color, it's like so sporadic. But versus, because I have to like keep going over it to like really show it up, versus this, it just goes right on. I don't have to re-pick up pigment. It's boom. Because when you do that and it is sporadic like that, it's really liquidy. You have to keep going back on, and you can't really kind of do that with glitter because it just ends up, it's not a good match. So just get NYX. NYX is the same colors. It's slightly smaller too, but the quality of it is just better. That's what I'm saying. Now these drugstore brands, their quality is really starting to up, versus the higher end like brands are really just starting to be like, I don't give two shits. Like that's what it's become half the time, and I'm not even exaggerating. Like there's no reason why this small little pigment that's like $10, if not less than, is destroying your $20 freaking. And I'm just gonna go very slightly. So I've tried to take honestly like the less amount of pigment as possible, and we're just gonna go over the very top part of our crease. And look at this. Alright guys, I'm gonna add some lashes and I will be right back. I'm gonna add some lashes from my lash line. These are like the most simplest lashes I could find. So look. Looking so pretty. I would definitely pair these with like a nice simple lash because it just looks so cute. Alright guys. Next for my face, I'm gonna take my YSL Blur Primer. I got this as a Sephora, like with my Sephora points. I got a demo version of this and I have never loved something so much before in my life. I don't know if it's because it's Saint Laurent or what, but oh, it's ridiculous. Like it's just so skin smoothing. You can just tell when you apply your foundation, it's hella smooth. Like hella smooth. The only thing is I probably shouldn't be using this in the summer because for some reason my skin is getting like super oily. Like super oily. My skin never really like, I have that skin that's like, it's in between. Like it never really is anything, but for some reason my skin is becoming super oily. Like I'm starting to break out and I never break out. Like my skin always looks smooth and I don't know. But on a side note, look at this look. This thing is so pretty. Like look at this look, y'all. Oh, let me see, this foundation is blended out. I don't know why my camera is disrespecting me in lighting recently. Like what in the world? Like why are we doing this to me? Anyway, next I'm going to use my Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer in the color Neutral. This is probably like super close to my skin tone, but for some reason I just love the formula. So this is like super creamy and it just blends out like so pretty. Like I can't even, and next I'm going to use my Dewy Set Mist from Anastasia, which my boyfriend got me because, you know, I was like, all right. Anyway, I'm going to blend this out. And again, this is using my brush from my brush set. when I release these brushes are about to be fire. I'm gonna have 2 different ones. I'm gonna have like a very nice like top of the line luxury brush set, and that's gonna be like not real animal fur. So because, you know, I don't know, I've had animal fur brushes, I've had goat brushes, and I'm not a big fan, so they're gonna be the synthetic. If you guys want me to release animal brushes later on down the line, I definitely could do so. But I've been just a huge fan of synthetic. It just blends out super nicely. I guess the animal brushes are slightly softer, but I find with softer brushes I usually have more issues. Like, it doesn't grab pigment as much as a firm brush will. Not even grab pigment. When it comes to blending out pigment, it's not going to do it, I feel like, as well as a synthetic brush will, but it's their own personal opinion. So I'm digging this look right now. I'm digging the look, I'm digging my lashes, what this look like. Let's get it. And by the way, my lashes, I'm debating like releasing these either like, it's like a crystal and jade crossover, but if you want a lash style that's literally just like this, I would purchase jade and or crystal, because they're both very natural lash styles. And I'm also going to be releasing a dramatic lash series. I'm also going to be releasing a dramatic lash series, and if you haven't already checked out my video on that, go ahead and check out my new inventory video, because actually, did I even upload that yet? I don't think I uploaded that yet, but I'm gonna upload that. It's gonna be all my new series of lashes. I definitely think I want to add those. Like, they're so dramatic and they're so pretty, and I love me some dramatic lashes. But usually with dramatic looks, you want to kind of offset it and have like more natural looking lashes. I'm not even gonna like that big, like I'm literally gonna take that right on off my face. And then usually instantly, as soon as I take my setting powder off, I always set my face. So next I'm gonna grab my Anastasia Dewy Set Spray. So good. Just for the final touch, I'm just gonna take some of that red pigment and go underneath my eye. Not too much, because I don't really care for all the under eye jazz like that. There we go, guys. There's the new Jefree Star Jawbreaker palette. I can't wait to create so many pretty looks with this. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. As always, just stay tuned for more videos. I do a lot of like businessy videos, but I definitely think I'm gonna do some more makeup tutorials for my people out there, because I used to watch makeup tutorials all the time. But I feel like it's kind of dead on YouTube. But anyway, if you guys want to see more of it, I'm definitely down to do it, because why the heck not?